What's up, everybody? Hey, training camp, Chris, is only like less than a month away. And I think that's so exciting. The NFL takes the whole season, but we want to talk about some questions that we have about the Detroit Lions heading into training camp. And I think the first one seems to be a foregone conclusion that the Lions offense will be good this year. I have a question for you. Will it be good? And
Oof.
why or why not? It's a loaded question. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let me give my just high level thoughts, then we'll pull up the depth
Yes.
chart and we'll kind of dive in a little bit more. So for me, it's like, man, it seems like they're going to be good. But my question is, am I comparing this year to last year? And yes, we're much improved, but where does that put us with the rest of the NFL, right? Is it, yeah, we're better than last year? Well, still, we're still in the bottom third. I don't know. But
Other teams try and get better too.
yeah, exactly. Other teams are getting players and getting
Yep.
better too. So I really want to know, and I want to and let us know in the comments. Kool-Aid check us at any point during this. But if you look at the roster, Craig, and there's not a lot of holes. What do you think when you look at the offense?
Yeah, when I look at the offense, here's the one worry that I have. I think I feel great about the offensive line, like really good. I feel really good about the offensive line. I feel good about our backfield. I don't even have that huge of a concern about Jared Goff. Don't turn this off. I'm going to talk about that. That rhymed, by the way. Here's the concern that I have. We know St. Brown came into his own last year. Can he keep it up? But also, we have two receivers in Williams and Chark that we're counting on being healthy, even though they were both hurt last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what is that going to look like? Can they stay healthy? Do we have enough depth behind them if they don't? Like there are questions on that. Um, but we're definitely better. The question is, what does it stack up to against the rest of the league? So maybe we need to look at this depth chart and just kind of
Yeah.
see what we're working with.
So if you
So
dive into the depth chart, yeah, Craig, I just
position
want
by
to touch.
position, right?
Yeah, and I want to touch on the wide receivers because you nailed
Okay.
it. Chark's a guy that we've all just penciled in. I think because he was a free agent, because he's young, because he fit everything we wanted. Oh, he's gonna be great.
Yep.
I don't. He's been injured. He went. It was COVID, then injury. Like here's a guy who
Yeah.
really hasn't played. And same with, we know Jameson Williams not going to play. Cephas has always been injured. Josh Reynolds, I don't love him. I like him as our
I
fourth
like
wide
him.
receiver. But yeah,
Yes.
but to be like, oh, we got Reynolds back. Well, that's good, but I mean, we got to check ourselves on Reynolds. He's not like the greatest wide receiver to ever play. He is a
Mm-hmm.
kind of a little connection with golf thing. So wide
Yeah.
receiver, we've just that's what I was talking about. Oh, we're so much better at wide receiver. Well, yes, absolutely, but there's still huge question marks there because St. Brown's the only one I'm really like I very confident he's going to be good again and only get better. But the other ones, I don't know. I don't know if we'll be healthy. I just don't know on the wide receivers.
Yeah, and you're very confident that he'll be good again because he played 6 really good games. Like
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
17. And I'm not
yeah.
saying he was bad the other 11. He's learning the offense. He's figuring it out and like with new play calling. So I think we're putting a lot into the back half of the year. But here's the problem. Like I'm very confident in our depth at wide receiver
That's
compared to
good.
last year. Even when you
Yep.
go back to Trinity Benson as our 7th wide receiver, like can he make it to 5? Like there's good competition for 4, 5, 6, 7. I like, and only 5 or 6 are going to make the team. So my concern, believe it or not, is at the top end. Like, what is the health going to look like? What is the production? Are those guys that will be 100% what they were before? Or are they going to be 95%? And if they're
That's right.
95%, that's a big difference in the NFL. So
Absolutely.
I think there
And
might be a couple more question marks than we originally thought at wide
yeah,
receiver
oh,
in our
absolutely.
minds.
I think we just want to
We're
pencil
Kool Aid checking ourselves.
yeah, we want to pencil the offense as good, and I
Yeah.
think we are. But like you even look at running back, Swift's going to get injured. I
Yep.
love Jamal Williams. I love Craig Reynolds. So we'll look at those three. Igwebuike, I love him too, but he can't hold on the ball, so I just can't. But DeAndre Swift is going to get hurt, and I still
Yep.
don't know
He
about
will
him
miss 5
either.
games.
Yes, and I want him to be really good, and I just don't know there. So the
Yeah.
backfield, and I think, yeah, you're right. We're Kool-Aid checking ourselves pretty hard here, but I
Yeah,
think,
take it easy, man. Because
yeah,
Swift,
gosh,
legitimately, he looks ripped this year. We did a video on that.
yeah,
I keep seeing workout videos of him working out with some of the game's best. Like I really do think he'll turn the corner, and if he truly has transformed his body in a way that's now NFL ready instead of college ready, that injury thing might take care of itself. Honestly,
Yes.
he might be able to stay healthy. And when that takes care of itself, I think he has the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield and be. I'm not saying he's a Christian McCaffrey. I'm not saying he's Alvin Kamara. I don't think he's that level, but he has the ability to do things similar to them and could be just a phenomenal weapon. So while you're Kool-Aid checking yourself, I'm saying drink more Kool-Aid on DeAndre Swift. I think
Love
he
it.
could have a fantastic year,
Love it.
especially running behind Sewell, Vitae, Ragnow, Jackson, and Decker. Like, it could be a really good year.
Well, okay, so I'll go to the offensive line because that I love, and
Yeah.
I just feel like we can't go wrong there. I mean,
Unless you get hurt.
unless you get hurt, and even there, we can absorb an injury,
Yep.
or two. But man, we just absorbed
Depending
Ragnow
on which
entire
two.
year, Decker first 6 games.
Mhm.
The guards. It's just if we just have normal football injuries like you do kind of every year, we're going to be great offensive
Yep.
line wise. But if we get any more, you just can't account for those just season enders and big losses. I don't
Can I
think we'll
ask you a
have that.
question? Yeah, we have to assume no injury, right? Um, can I ask you a question? You just said the word great
Mm.
when you were talking about the offensive line. Is that a word you just used, or do you really feel like this offensive line has the ability to be great this year?
I feel like we have the ability to be great, and I feel like we're going to have the opportunity to really show that in this offense. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be creative, screens, draws. A lot of these guys are going to. I think. I think you have to appeal to your offensive line and
Mhm.
your offense. I just feel like with here's an old reference. Sorry, everyone. Jim Bob
Uh-oh.
Cooter days.
Ooh.
They were on their heels all day long, and it's
Yep.
like this is not fun. Like, what are we doing? It was just shotgun. Let's see what happens. It's
And
like,
let's rely on Stafford to sling it and make
yep,
something
let's
happen.
just go 4 wide and shotgun, and you guys just
Yep.
protect the best you can, and we're not going to have any running back chipping or anything. And it's just like, like we're going to be more attacking. We're going to run the ball, and I think that's what's so nice is we're going to have the matchups that we want with Jamal Williams and Craig Reynolds, kind of more these power back guys behind our offense. You saw us do it last year.
Mhm.
We didn't even have a passing threat, and we were able to run the ball a lot better. So I do
Absolutely.
think they'll be great. What do you think, offensive line wise?
I think they will be fantastic.
Mhm.
I think that if this offensive line is fully healthy, I don't understand. Like, it would just baffle me if they're not a top 5 offensive line in the league, top 3. And I'm looking around the league. I'm like, which line is already like is better, more talented? I don't see many lines there. And then let's reverse this back. We've said this a ton of times before on the channel, and I can't say it enough. If that offensive line is great, if it's fantastic, if it's elite, whatever word you want to use, I'm not so worried about the wide receiver depth.
That's
I'm
right.
not worried about DeAndre Swift getting hurt. I'm not worried because everybody has more time. Everybody's better because the offensive line is just a little bit better than every defensive line they play, and it gives a little bit more time and a little bit more room for everybody to do their thing, and it makes good players seem great. Okay players seem good. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Absolutely. And to your point on that, we haven't even talked about him because we all just get it. It's Jared Goff, right? We all know
Yeah.
this conversation doesn't even matter. But I guess if he doesn't play well, but I think you and I, Craig, are just assuming, like just as a point of exercise going into just for our sanity, he's going to be good. He's going to be do more
Fine.
good plays. Yes. Like, can we just assume that until he goes out there and just throws 8 picks a game? Like,
Yeah.
I gotta believe he's going to be okay. You look at his resume, you look what he's done. I gotta believe he's gonna be okay. So that's a guy that we've said it before. It's a whole nother video. You could spend all day on Jared Goff, but there's a guy got the weapons. We're excited to see him. We're lucky to have him, and we're excited to see what he can do.
When Jared Goff had a run game and a good offensive line in LA,
Yep.
he was a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yeah.
When he had an okay run game and an okay offensive line, he was a decent quarterback. Like, decent to bad, right? So, like, I mean, he's a guy that has shown, like, if he has a good line and a good running game, he's going to be a good quarterback. And I think that's why I don't worry about him as much. I don't think we talk about, did the league figure out Jared Goff? Did the league this? And look, he's not Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford proved that when he went to LA.
Yep.
But he's not a bad quarterback. Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. And I mean, I do care what people say, but not that much on this because he's a 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback. You don't make the Pro Bowl twice and suck. That's just not how
No.
it works.
No,
Like, unless
yeah.
he's completely gone into a mental coma, meltdown, like whatever it is, like it's in there. It's
Yep.
in there.
And he's healthy. He's like every box is checked. I just gotta assume he's gonna do fine. Like
Gotta assume he's gonna do fine.
absolutely.
And by the way, didn't they make it to the NFC conference finals, like NFC final, like the year before Stafford got there?
Oh yeah, it was just the weird,
Or at
like,
least the divisional. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they won a playoff game. It's not like they were struggling with injuries. The Rams I'm talking about, like,
Yeah.
and Goff still was good enough to get this team to a victory in the playoffs. Like, he doesn't
Oh,
suck.
in
He
last year
doesn't.
with us, it was injuries. We didn't have the players yet. It was
Yeah.
still COVID. I
He
mean,
was even
it was,
battling injuries.
oh gosh, yeah, exactly. So we're good. We're excited about Goff
Okay.
and the offense as well.
Yep, and I'm excited about the depth on the line. I'm excited about the depth at wide receiver. I'm excited about the depth at running back. I'm not excited about the depth at tight end, and I'm not excited about the depth at quarterback. So I know that this video is getting close to an end. Tight end behind Hawkinson. I mean, you have Brock Wright, but even that isn't a great 2 option. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on from the tight end depth. I mean, obviously, our team even thinks we might not have enough. We're throwing flyers out at Devin Funches. So
Funches, that's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Funches, I don't even
Funches
think
of
he made
Oats.
the-
Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't even make the roster. Sorry,
I think
Devin.
he's over there.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
over there.
5th
I see a
string.
D. That's
Okay.
got to be Devin Funches. You know, a guy's going to be good when he's sporting number 48. Like that.
48, and you're the 5th string tight end heading into camp.
He's a linebacker, right? No, he's not a linebacker. Oh,
Jeez.
he's not going to make the team.
He can't be
Bummer.
48. We gotta check on this here.
Is that? Oh, it's not him. Okay. Oh, there he is. 13. Okay, we're good.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
he's got
gonna
a
be
chance. Well, he's got a chance.
Zylstra, I guess, had a great OTAs.
All right.
Shane Zylstra, they're talking really well. But again, we're talking about guys that it's like, really, do we trust him? Like, we trust this coaching staff to develop, but you know, where's the health of Mitchell going to be? And I think we're probably going to do another video on that. Is where the health of all these guys that are coming off major injuries last year?
Yeah.
And what should we expect of them?
We need to do that, and we're no doctors, but we can look at some time frame and be like, because we forget we have a ton of guys that had huge injuries that were playing well or developing or getting in it, you know. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that, and make sure you subscribe. Let us know if we missed anything on the offense. I don't know if we did. We kind of we went a little Kool-Aid. We went, you know, just a lot of
everywhere.
Oh, we did. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and we will see you on the next one.
See ya.